The record of 21 under looked in jeopardy until Mother Nature decided to intervene.
How many holes was that, Frank? 43?
It was
without a bogey?
And it took the rain and the wind.
Cameron Percy, this was a moment ago.
Yeah, a few guys have been losing in the left trees and then had to punch out to the bottom of the hill. And oh, there you go. Is it? Oh, I thought it was going to go in.
And our leader, Siwoo Kim.
Get that tee shot up the right side, let it kick off that natural slope, Peter.
Well, we've seen a couple quizzical follow-throughs from him. That one.
And then it'll move to its left.
Oh, marvelous. Absolutely superb.
Front, and then you got a ridge right across the middle of the green. It climbs, you know, that kind of knee-high. You're going to land it short of it and hop it up, swing it round.
He's alone in second. Let's see if anybody can put.
Oh, he's looking at. Oh, it's very good.
And in this pairing with Siwoo Kim, Rafa Cabrera Bello. Had a little bit of a rough day so far today, Dottie.
He has not driven the ball well at all, and that has set the stage for what's been a pretty disappointing day. That was a 5-iron from 212, just about as far as he could possibly hope to advance it.
Good news for him. It looks like he's locked up his spot on the automatic qualifier.
And that flag stick.
I want to look at the tempo of this golf swing.
There you go.
And make a comment about it. Under pressure, when pressure starts to affect you, you're either going to get quicker or you're going to get slower. Quicker presents more problems, and I like the fact that Kim seems to be slowing
Round to the 11th.
And this was just a little bit ago. The third shot for Cabrera Bello.
Very tidy pitch there. Should have a good chance to save his 4.
Now Siwoo Kim, our leader.
He's got his hands full with this one, Peter. Is uphill for the first third, turning left and then flattening out. Right at about the point it does start to turn. No issue.
Yeah, I think the only
Fine wedge shot in here, Peter. Just a shade outside 6 feet. Oh. Rare miss.
Kevin Na for par.
Oh.
Kevin! Yeah, I mean, played a nice chip shot, but, you know, he left it on the top side, and that just shows you the difference. If it had been a 4-foot from the other side, it would have been so much easier.
So he drops back into that large group at 15 under.
And with a little speed. Well done.
All right, he escapes an errant tee shot, makes his 4 at 11. Well, I know I got one of them for sure. This is Hideki Matsuyama. He's not one of them. He hasn't been alive for 4 decades. Will it catch the edge and come back down? No, it stays up there.
Well, any shot that finishes up on that top level, players are really going to be happy with.
Like that.
Playing so much longer today, 240 into the wind.
It's perfect. Landed short of the ridge, run it up. How about that? 6-footer up the hill.
He would have the opportunity, if he actually did fly it all the way to the upper deck, to stop it. It's just right at it.
Just drilled it.
Yeah, he just lost the club so nicely to just trap it. That's, you know, that's safe.
As slow a putt as you'll find out here, uphill into the green, and still some moisture from that passing shower.
Gives it a wrap. Just well judged.
Jim with 133 yards. Probably the most inviting shot he's had so far today.
And very good, too. Drove it.
Feeling like that was the fairish way to do it.
Well, they also didn't have the equipment to move a whole lot of dirt the way they do now, so you had to work with the terrain that you had. And that is beautifully done, right in the center of the fairway.
It's like a tweener hole, this, isn't it? 382 yards. It's inviting. It's that bunker, as you can see, just over 300 yards. That's the reason why you won't see some of the heavy artillery on this tee.
It's a golf course about position, about angles. It's not about grabbing the longest club all the time. Starts up the left and cutting to the right, should find the fairway.
Peter Costas talked about that rhythm. It might be just in the left rough. At the moment, it's still
13.
And mid-range putt for Luke Donald.
Really slick down the hill here, moving left and then back to his right.
Ooh, run it to the house. That's not fair. And that will not fall in. So this also happened just a moment ago. Jim Furyk. You got to say, that's the pressure of the leader. He hasn't made the mistakes that everybody was looking. Speaking of the leader, he is.
From a divot hole that's going directly at the flagstick, 101 yards.
Ooh. So that one in there fairly close. It was obviously Cabrera Bayo.
That was a sand wedge from 108.
And that's how he did it.
That's much needed as well.
Yeah, currently 2 over for his round. Well, there's a little bit of a roar at 16. DA points. Screaming and a lot of screaming and yelling around here. There's 3 holes in 1 here this week. Is there 4?
Hideki at 15.
Perfect spot, just front middle of the green. Is very difficult, the 15th to fly it over that bunker you can see on the par 5 and get it to stop, and was trying to make it.
Look, he was a little below the green, and it will swing quickly to the left, Frank, once it gets on the surface, and then back to the right.
Hit the brakes. So he got his first bogey in 45 holes. Back at 13. See Woodcombe.
He did something that a lot of people don't do when they get frustrated with a shot. He did watch this the entire way by, Frank. Much better.
He starts his climb.
Challenge that bunker on the corner left, Peter. It would be 280 to take that out of play.
You can easily carry the bunker, but there's rough behind it.
Correct.
He's got to take solace in the fact, Dottie, that he's made 2 bogeys in the last few holes, but none of them were really his fault.
Agreed.
One during a rain squall and the other ball in a divot hole.
That's exactly right.
So it shouldn't. Oh, the birdie putt raced by for Kevin Na on the green. And a good fist pump there. So almost a no-no on the greens, but he manages to make the par putt to 16.
Hideki Matsuyama. Nothing but pars so far this week. Peter, that's a little left.
To 15.
Kevin Na has feasted on this hole this week. A couple of birdies and an eagle.
Tried to sling it. Comes in a little late. Oh, that's in the thick stuff. That is, looks a little bit like Troon if you squint. Well, that is mega thick in there. Unless somebody's got a really good beat on that one. Let's go back to 14.
And our leader, Siwoo Kim, second shot.
This is from 182 yards. And Peter, I think the coolest thing about this day to this point for him is that he hasn't changed his normal routine between shots, his pacing, nothing.
Ooh. That's the first unforced error there.
Yes, very much so.
And Dottie, what are the options for Kim here?
Well, I think he can fly it to the hole. He's got an upslope to work with. He can also bounce it in because he's got 2-3 good steps of first cut to work with. I would not go in here with a full sand wedge, though. I think I would take a gap wedge and bump it through here, let it slice through. That's why.
He did go with a lofted club and opened it up.
Took a big backswing.
Well, this was his pairing partner, Rafa Cabrera Bello.
It was near perfection from 168.
Right. Chip for par. It's not over with yet.
No, plenty of work to do there.
Is he still 15 under par?
Fourth shot now for Kevin Na.
Yeah, obviously went back to the tee, lost ball, played that one, and probably going to go down.
Now here at 17, Hideki Matsuyama. Yeah, you heard the groan. It wasn't the shot shape he was looking for. He's got...
We're back at the 15th. Jim Furyk. And right now, he's second alone, 3 behind.
And he's hit an absolute beauty down here, guys. Leaving himself in good position to...
He's been in the plus category in strokes gained putting. A couple of top 10s and a win. Needless to say, so far this week, he's in the minus category.
Good time to chop it in, isn't it, really?
You're still looking very comfortable despite what's in the distance there. But just take a look to the right.
They're either totally oblivious or they know something we don't know.
Very optimistic that it will go around to 17.
Out of the right rough, Brandt Snedeker. Ooh, slow down, slow down. Will it catch the edge? Oh, this might just funnel down toward the hole. It's not done moving yet.
Decides to play this one.
How would you get this one close, Trevor?
I think you got to run it up that front left side and use the slope.
He's gone with a draw and he wants it then to kick to the right when it lands like now. And we didn't get enough carry by a long way. Sort of bit of sand come up with that one, Trevor. Maybe caught up.
Luke, 209 yards, little up slope for the lie, so you can launch this one up into the air.
Be a big 4-iron for these guys.
Breeze has just kicked up into us. This one's headed a little left.
Luke's at 15 under. That's going to take a bounce and looks like it trundled back into that bunker. Bello, big hitter from Spain. 3 under here at 15 this week.
That ball's going to need a helpful bounce up the right side. And I believe it got it.
There you go. Important tee shot here.
And still no change in his demeanor, despite this rough little patch he's gone through with 3 bogeys in the last 4.
1 point the lead was 6, now it's 3.
That should do him just fine as well. Right half of the fairway. Well done.
Can't see the green from there. There's the mound in front of you. Oh, well.
So the lead is 4. And at the last, Matsuyama. Back left hole location.
Oh, just pulls it into the left bunker. You can see where the grain, that's all down.
Bello trying to put a little body English on it. Coax it over to the right, but it ends up chasing after it.
Guess that means you like it, usually. Oh, right at it. Fantastic shot. I think that's going to put the wrapper on it.
Dropped it in there beautifully, and now it's going to come back down the slope a bit.
Should get him back to 20 with a 2-putt and 4 shots, and maybe he could sprint.
12 top 25 results in 29 starts as we go over to Luke Donald.
As you can see, Billy, he's hit a 1, he's hit a 2, and he's hit a 3 here. Whoa. And nearly another one. To 18.
Now, this is where Matsuyama ended up.
Well, that's not good.
Now, this is going to be
down
tough every...
down slope onto. Oh, he played that great.
Yeah, that's about all he could do, too. And this is going to come back and
That's
gives him a shot.
like a snooker shot. Put a bit of side on it.
Eric, he's had a couple of birdies here. 175 is really what you want to carry. Ooh. Well, he went at it and it just...
Going right at it.
Be great, didn't it? Sounded great there.
Oh, got it!
Oh, what about that? Ha. I thought he was iron.
This is for eagle.
Wow, as I said, what a tricky little putt, wasn't it? Wow.
Inside sort of 8 or
Yeah.
6 or 8 feet. You never know.
Well, you just got to go quick birdie him, and then
It cuts a little. It's the low point of the green. It's a very slow. Is it the right distance? Just a touch long. Really good line. Enough green to work with. Can he hold his nerve? Oh, well done. 17.
Out of the left rough, Luke Donald. Ball below his feet. Everything points to the fact that the club would get caught up, and it does.
In the Spanish national championship every year under 18. Yeah, it's just not going to get it done.